Maths Workshop Part 1 for Nursery and Reception Parents, November 2020. In early years, we have many different factors that contribute to making a child a good mathematician. Having good number facts, being able to use and apply skills and knowledge, having good conceptual understanding, being able to generalise with number, being able to persevere, being able to take risks, enjoy challenge, use mathematical vocabulary, to think mathematically, and to be able to solve problems. Due to the nature of the practical approach in early years, we are constantly exploring number in different environments through paint and play, observations, building numbers with toys, leaves, fingers, anything practical for the children to explore and enjoy. In this slide, you can see lots of examples of how we allow children to play and again enjoy finding numbers in lots and lots of different ways. These are the key objectives that we work towards in early years. Being able to recite numbers in order, being able to count reliably with one-to-one correspondence, recognises numbers 0 to 20 and put them in order, knowing one more or one less than a given number, and being able to record number through pictures. Adding together two groups of objects to find a total, using single-digit numbers, for example, 6 add 4 equals 10. Taking away from a group of objects. Solving practical problems including doubling. Ice cream scoops in the cafe using doubling scoops. 2 teddies have come for lunch, now 2 more have arrived. How many do we have now? How could we record this? Halving. Sharing a group of objects equally between 2 children. Food in a cafe. Cutting fruit in half and sharing toys. Children are assessed at the end of the year as either emerging, expected or exceeding. In the early learning goal expected, children have to be able to count reliably with numbers from 1 to 20, place them in order and say which one is one more or one less than a given number. They have to use quantities and objects. They add and subtract 2 single-digit numbers and count on or back to find the answer. And they also must be able to solve problems including doubling, halving and sharing. In order to get the early learning goal exceeding, children must be able to estimate a number of objects and check quantities by counting to 20. They solve practical problems that involve combining groups of 2, 5 or 10 or sharing into equal groups. We have to see the children perform these skills independently and consistently. They have to be able to do this for 90% of the goal in order to achieve it. Addition. Find one more than numbers to 20, for example, 5 and 1 more equals. Find the total number of items in 2 groups by counting all of them. Using our teaching strategies to find the answer, we could ask them how they work it out. Do I need to use my fingers, draw pictures, or use counters or objects? Counting on, 5 add 3. Can you put 5 in your head and count on 3? Subtraction, we teach as the opposite of addition. Find one less than numbers to 20, for example, 5 and 1 less equals. Physically removing the objects to take them away. Again, using teaching strategies, we ask the children to answer, how could I work it out? Do I again need to use my fingers or draw pictures to cross some of them out? Using counters and objects and removing some, for example, by playing a game of Skittles. Counting back, 5 subtract 3 equals 2. Put 5 in my head and count back 3. Shape, space and measure. Shapes in the environment, describing the properties of shape. For example, are they round? Are they flat? How many sides do they have? How many corners do they have? Can we name 2D and 3D shapes? Can we describe their position in relation to objects using prepositional language? Behind, next to, in front of. Can they describe and create patterns? Using mathematical vocabulary of size, weight, capacity, distance, time and money. As in number, children are assessed according to whether they are emerging, expected or exceeding in shape, space and measure. Early learning goal expected, children have to use everyday language to talk about size, weight, capacity, position, distance, time and money to compare quantities and objects and to solve problems. They recognise, create and describe patterns. They explore characteristics of everyday objects and shapes and use mathematical language to describe them. In the early learning goal exceeded, children estimate, measure, weigh and compare and order objects and talk about properties, position and time. Again, We have to see the children use these skills independently and consistently. They have to be able to do this for 90% of the goal to achieve it.